Hey guys, it's 089 Kandi 210. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this Kandi Kerropi. So what you're going to need to make that is you're going to need 12 white beads. You're going to need 43 black beads, 2 pink, and 23 green beads. You're also going to need a piece of string that is you might as well make it bigger than smaller, just so you don't have to waste time adding more string on it. So what you're going to start out with is you're going to start out by putting your strings together. So take both of the ends of the string and put them together like that, so that the end of your string looks like that. So okay, and then what you're going to start off by doing is taking 2 black beads. You're going to string one of the black beads on one of the strings and string the other black bead on the other string and move it down. Then you're going to take a black bead, string it on both of the strings so that it's going through both strings, and then you just move it down. And then you pick up a black bead, or sorry, not a black bead. Then you pick up a green bead and a pink bead and you string the green bead on one of the strings, and then you string the pink bead onto the other string so that they are on different strings. Now it doesn't matter what color bead is on what string, because we're going to switch them over when we're done putting down the base. So if that makes no sense to you, just it doesn't matter what color's on what string is basically what I'm saying. Okay, so the bottom should look something like that. Okay, and then you're going to pick up a green bead and you're going to string this green bead onto both of the strings so that it looks like that, and it's on both strings. So now you're going to pick up a green bead and you're going to pick up a black bead, string the green bead on one of the strings and string the black bead on the other string. Again, it does not matter what color is on what string, does not matter, and string them down. Pick up a black bead, string that on both of your strings so that it's going through both strings, and bring it down. Pick up a black bead and a green bead, string your green bead on one of the strings, string the black bead on the other string. Again, does not matter what color of bead is on what string, does not matter, and move it down. Then you're going to pick up a green bead, string it onto both of your strings. Like that, so it's going through both of the strings, and move it down. Then you're going to pick up a pink bead and a green bead, string the pink bead on one of the strings and string the green bead on the other string. So they're going through different strings. Doesn't matter what color of bead is on what string, so it does not matter. And move it down. Pick up a green bead, string it onto your string. So string it through both of the strings so that it's going through both, and move it down. And then pick up 2 black beads, string one of them on one of the strings and string the other on the other string so that they're on different strings, and move it down. And that's it for that part. So now what you're going to do is you're going to move all of your beads down to the bottom. So that it would look something kind of like that. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to fill in the spaces by kind of putting your thumb in between them all, move them down, make them tight. So it would look something like that. Again, it doesn't matter what colors are where. And then just tie it up. Alright, so after you're done tying it, it will look like that, and then you're just going to take one of the strings, preferably the one that's facing more upwards, And then you're just going to string it through this black one right here. Then you're going to pick up a green bead and you're going to string it through the pink bead. So as you can tell, my pink bead is facing downwards. If yours is facing downwards, all you got to do is just twist it. So twist it really easily so it's facing up. If your bead is already facing up, then you don't have to do anything. So just make sure it's facing up and then string your string through that pink bead with a green bead on your string. So that it should look like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pick up another green bead, string it onto your string, and this time you're going to want to string it through the black bead. My black bead is facing down again, so I'm just going to take it and twist it around so that my black bead is facing upwards. Again, if your black bead is already facing upwards, you don't have to do anything. And string your string through that with a green bead on your string so that it would look like, that. Alright, and now you're going to pick up another green bead, and this time you're going to string it through the black bead. So again, my black bead is facing down. I'm just going to twist it up and then string it through there. So if yours is facing up again, don't do nothing. And it should look like that. So if you just want to look at it and make sure yours is correct. Okay, then you're going to pick up a green bead, string it on your string, and you're going to want to string it through the pink bead. So since mine is already facing up, I don't have to twist it. If yours is facing down, twist it around and string it through. So it looks like that. And then take another green bead, string it on your string, and string it through the following black bead. So it should look like that. If it's not, then just go back, since we're not very far, and try to figure out your mistake. And we'll just keep going. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take a black bead, string it onto your string, and string it through this green bead, the green bead that we just strung on. So string it through that one here. And then you're going to pick up a green bead, string it on your string, and string it through the following green bead. Okay, so now you're going to pick up a green bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the following green bead. Pick up another green bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the Pick up a green bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the following green bead. And then you're going to pick up another green bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the following green bead. And then you're going to pick up a Okay, now this part may get a little bit confusing if you're a beginner at this stuff. So you don't need to pick up any beads at this moment, but since your string is coming out of this green bead here, you're going to have to string it through this black bead with no beads on your string. Okay, so now you're going to pick up a black bead. and you're going to string it onto your string, and then you're just going to string it through this black bead here, or not this black bead. Going to string it through this green bead right here, so it looks like so it's coming out of that one, and then just pull it through. Of course, it's tangled. Okay, so since it looks like that, and it's coming through this one here, you're then going to string it down through this green bead here, like this. So it's going through that one, and then you just pull it through, so like that. And then you're going to string it through this middle black bead here, so it looks like that. And then you're going to string it back into this black bead here, so that it looks like this. So we're going to have to do that quite a bit in this tutorial just to get these ones on, and I think this one on. So about 2 more times we're going to have to do that. So sorry if that's a little bit confusing, but it gets easier as you do it. So now you're going to pick up a green bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the following green bead. So now you're going to pick up a black bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the following green bead. And then you're going to pick up a green bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the following green bead. And then you're going to pick up a black bead, string it onto your string, and string it through the following green bead. And then you're going to pick up a green bead, string it on your string, and string it through the following black bead. So that it should now look like that. So I'm actually just going to end part 1 here, since it's just about probably at 15-minute limit. So I'll see you in part 2 if you want to continue learning how to make this Kandi Kerropi. Also, like if you enjoyed so far, and subscribe if you want more tutorials.